good morning. Welcome back out to my garden. I'm Amanda, and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. And I owe you guys a second half of my garden tour. Didn't get a chance to do it the other day. I came out here to get started, and I started weeding with a new tool, and I love it a lot, and got really ambitious, and my husband came out and helped me. We tilled up the back corner back there that was full of grass. I'm not sure if you could see it over my shoulder here. It was full of grass. I think I mentioned that in my last video. And I'm gonna try to plant corn. It might be too late. It goes about 105 days, so that takes us into September, so I might get lucky. I don't know. So I ended my tour about here with the broccoli and the celery. And I'm gonna work my way around the rest of this one, and then we're gonna go down this one, and then I'll show you what I have in my raised beds. So here I've got onions. I started these from starts, not sets. So I might get it backwards. I always get it mixed up. And if you hear barking, that's my dog. He's mad at me because he's not out here with me. He likes to be near me. He's a Newfoundland, and he is a big baby. So what I need to do in here this morning is I've already scooped around my onions. They're doing really well. Gone in here and did spooning. I think it's called spooning. Yeah. And they're doing pretty well, but some of these are getting kind of tall. So I'm gonna just trim them a little bit. Some of them don't need it, but some of these bigger ones do. Some of these smaller ones I'll leave, but some of these bigger ones need to be trimmed up a little bit. Just to help them grow and not get too top heavy and topple over. So I'm just taking some. I know he's barking. He's mad at me. I might go get him and tie him up over here so he can be near me. But I'm just gonna go in just to these bigger ones, these taller ones, and I'm just gonna kind of. I'm probably not doing this right, but I think it'll be okay. And just kind of top them. And then you can keep these and use them, but I have a ton of green onions from the ones I planted before, so I don't need any, so I'll put these in my compost pile. So just go into these bigger ones and topping them off, because they're getting really tall, and kind of brown, so I don't want them to get too tall and not produce and get too top heavy. And the onions not get bigger. So at least that's what I learned. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm right. But they look good. They're getting bigger. So I'll leave them in there. The rest of them seem like they're okay. Yeah, the rest of them look like they're okay. So I'll put these in compost pile and they'll be fine. So I'm gonna work over here to the rest of the garden. So again, these are onions. This is what I have the rest of the way down my bed here. I need to get my nifty little tool in here and clean that up. And then we'll continue on with our tour. What are you doing, Bubba? Goofy Noopy. Goofy Noopy. Can you sit? Can you sit? Can you sit? Good boy. Oh, aren't you so pretty? Huh? You my pretty baby? You ready to go inside to the AC? Bring, bring. Goofy Noopy. Okay, here we go. Alright, so these are my pumpkins. I only planted 2 just because I wasn't sure about spacing. And so these 2 large ones here are sugar pumpkins. And the one here in the front is I think it's a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. And then the little guy next to it, that is a watermelon. And here's my kitty. kitty. Hi, Chubbs. You come see me today. Huh? This is my cat, Pumbaa. Huh. This is the first time he's ventured out here. I think he's confused. What you doing, bud? Huh? You come see me. Huh? I call him Chubbs because he's fat. But that's what I got going here. I was really excited about planting sugar pumpkins because I really like doing all sorts of things with pumpkin. I don't know how many I'll get off of these 2 vines. I may not get a lot, and if I don't, I can always go to a farmer's market and supplement what I don't get. So, but I'm really excited. They're doing really, really well. So we're gonna turn the camera and we're gonna go down this last bed, and then we'll do the raised beds. Alrighty, okay. Had to go get my tea. And if you hear noise in the back, it's pressure washer. Hubby's washing the boat. And I brought my Goofy Noofy out here with me so he would stop barking. So this is the last of my in-ground beds. And then after this, I'll show you my raised beds. So in this bed, I've got tomato plants and pepper plants. I have a variety of both. Well, I can't say a huge variety. And sorry if I keep swatting. The gnats have already started, so they're pretty bad. So the first thing is the peppers. The first 3 plants here, I'm not sure if you can see them if they're on screen, but I'll get a couple of shots of them. They're banana peppers. My husband wanted me to grow those. He really likes those in like subs and things like that, so I'm gonna try to pickle those. If I don't get a huge harvest, again, I'll supplement at a local farmer's market. At least I have an idea of what I need to plant for next year, of how much I need to plant for next year. So, and then the rest of the peppers down this row, again, I'll get some shots for you, are bell peppers. And I wanted to grow bell peppers because I'd like to grow my own, well, I guess I am, spaghetti sauce and pizza sauces and things like that. Again, I don't know if I'll have enough harvest, but it's a nice opportunity to try for a first garden and see what I'll need to supplement for next year. So the bell peppers are all different varieties. I think I've got green and red and yellow. They're just different stages of ripeness. So the green ones will be a little sweeter, and then, or won't be as sweet as like a yellow or a red. So the longer I leave them on the stem, the more ripe they'll get. And then my tomato plants, these first 2 tomato plants are cherry tomatoes. They've got loads of tomatoes on them already, and I've got a few down here that are starting to ripen up. I'll get a shot of that for you because it's kind of tucked up underneath here. This big tall one, and there's a couple of taller ones down the other end, which I'll show you. They're an indeterminate variety. I'm not 100% sure what variety or breed they are. I don't really know if plants are breeds, but they've got lots of good tomatoes on them already. Really looking forward to those. And then the shorter ones in the middle here, I think they're in a determinate variety because they haven't gotten very big, but they are loaded with tomatoes. So I'll take you down a little bit further. I'll show you some of the tomatoes we got down there and hopefully combat all these gnats. You want Goofy Noofy? Goofy Noofy? Goofy Noofy? Okay, so further down are my other tomatoes. You can see they're getting really big. I've got lots going on here. Lots of tomatoes. Oh, baby grasshopper. Oh, he's cute. And I really love the weeding tool that I got. This was pretty heavily weeded. There was lots of weeds in here, but it worked out fantastic. I love it a lot. I highly recommend it. I'll link to it in the description box for you all if you want to pick one up yourselves. I found mine at my local True Value, which is like a hardware store. I'm not sure what you have in your area, but I'm sure, you know, most hardware places might carry it, or they might even have it on Amazon. So I'll link to wherever I can find it, and I'll put it down below. But again, here's my peppers. I'll get some good shots of these. They're looking really, really well. These are all growing up really nicely. This one, he's kind of split real funny. So I've got a stem coming this way and I've got a stem going up this way. So I got to get a bigger stake because he's pretty heavy with these tomatoes right here. So I got to get a bigger stake for him. But they're all doing really, really well. They really like that fish fertilizer I've been giving them. And we're supposed to get some rain today, so I'm not sure what time it's supposed to come in, but we're supposed to get some rain, so that'll be nice too. Okay, so that's all of what I have inside of my ground beds. We're gonna move into the raised beds. There's not a whole lot going on in there, but well, there's a lot going on. I just don't have a lot of things, different things planted in there. So we'll take you over there and I'll show you what I got growing. Okay, my raised beds. I went with these round metal beds. The biggest I'm so sorry about these bugs. The biggest reason I went with these round ones is because we are planning on moving. Just planning on building a house further on down the road. And I wanted something that I could probably take with me. I wasn't too concerned about the ground beds because I can easily till up earth, but I wanted something that I could easily take with me up to our new place. I probably could have done wood, but with the price of wood, it just made more sense to do something like this. It'll last longer and I can move it. So in this bed here, I've got carrots. These are my first carrots I planted other than the ones I have over there. These are all the Danvers variety in here and they are doing phenomenal. They're so tall. I'm not sure how long to let them go before I pick them. They probably still have a ways to go, but they are doing really, really well and I'm super excited. I think I'm most excited for this because you don't know what you're gonna get. With tomatoes and peppers and, you know, broccolis and things like that, you can actually see the fruit. Carrots and potatoes, you can't. So you don't know what you're gonna pull up. So I think that's why I'm really excited about these carrots. Our family really likes carrots. Our kids like what we call candy carrots. It's probably not the best thing for you, but we cook them with brown sugar and butter. Again, probably not the healthiest, but my kids will eat them. So really excited about the carrots. So both of these beds have carrots in it. This one's a little thinner because I had my green onions in here with these ones. So this one doesn't have as many carrots in it, but they're still doing really well. They're bunching up really nicely. And again, I'm super excited to see what we get out of these because they're looking really, really good. So I'll take you over to the last two and that will finish up the garden tour. Okay, so the last two of my raised beds I've got here are green beans, and this is what I am most excited about. My goal is to make southern style green beans and can them with onions, garlic, and ham hocks. That's my goal. I really hope it works out. And so these are two different varieties. I know these ones are top crop. I got them from M.I. Gardener. These ones, I can't remember what kind I put here, but I know that they're not top crop, they're different. So, and this was full when I planted it, but only a couple of plants actually came up. So, but almost every one of the green beans I planted here came up. And they've started to flower. I'm not sure if you can see them, but it is absolutely loaded with flowers. And I am beyond excited. I was worried that they weren't getting flowers. Again, I wasn't 100% sure on timing and those sorts of things, but I came out here one day and there was flowers. So I'm over the moon excited. And I've got a marigold in here with them. I've got a marigold in there with these ones. And I've planted marigolds around because they're a good companion plant and it helps bring in some pollinators. So I think maybe next year I'll try some sunflowers. So I think my husband likes to eat sunflower seeds. So maybe I'll try some of those next year. Again, to bring in some more pollinators and other good critters like that. Not that I'm having an issue right now because I'm seeing lots of fruits coming. So I believe they're getting pollinated really, really well. I'm constantly seeing, you know, little bugs and bees buzzing around. So I can't complain about the pollination. So, but these are just coming along beautifully. I am so excited. I can't wait to actually start seeing the beans form. So that ends my garden tour, and I do apologize if all you can hear is that pressure washer. I'll try to drown out that sound, but I want to thank you for coming along with me on my garden tour. I'm really pleased so far as to how it's coming along. Again, as being a first-time gardener and doing a lot of research and watching a lot of videos and getting tons of advice from other gardeners on YouTube and books and things like that, the best way to learn is to try. So that's what I am doing. I am trying, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. The real test will be when the fall comes, till I see what actually I've gotten in my harvest, and I'm super excited for that. And I can't wait to take you along with me on this journey. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe as well as the like to help me bring you more content here on YouTube. Again, I want to thank you for coming along with me, and I'll see you again real soon, and keep growing.